Buying a house in Phoenix is not as simple as people think. And honestly, most people don't know how this process actually works until they're already in it. Most people don't pick the wrong house, they pick the wrong strategy going into it. And that's what gets them in trouble. So in this video, I'm going to break down step by step how the home buying process works in Phoenix Metro from start to finish. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Michael Kusevitsky. I'm a local realtor here in the Phoenix Metro. And I make weekly videos to help you understand what it's like to actually live here in the Phoenix Metro and how to navigate the market the right way. So let's get right to it. Step 1. You don't start with the houses. Most people think the first step is going on Zillow and looking at homes. It's not. The first real step is figuring out your numbers and how you're actually going to buy the home. So this is where the lending process comes in. If you're financing or taking a mortgage, you're going to need to get pre-approved with a lender, not just a quick online estimate. This is a real pre-approval where they take a look at your credit, your income, and your debt. This pre-approval tells you what you can actually buy and, more importantly, what you should buy, because what you're pre-approved for and what you're comfortable paying with are usually two very different numbers. Now, if you're paying cash, it's a little simpler. You're not dealing with a lender, but you still need a proof of funds ready to go. This is because sellers want to see that you can actually close. And whether you're financing or paying cash, this step matters more than anything else because it sets the foundation for everything that comes afterwards. Step 2. Needs versus wants. Before you start looking at homes, you need to get a clear picture of what you need versus what you want. Because if you don't do this up front, everything is going to look great and you're going to get overwhelmed pretty quickly. So think about it like this. What are your non-negotiables? Number of bedrooms, location, commute, school district if that matters. And then what would be the things that would be nice to have but you can live without? Because the reality is you're usually not getting everything on your list. And this is where a lot of buyers get stuck. They try to find the perfect house instead of the right house. So the clearer you are here, the easier everything else becomes. Step 3. Before you even start to seriously look at homes, you need to understand the market you're walking into. Are homes sitting on the market? Are there multiple offers? Are sellers negotiating or are they holding firm? Because buying in a competitive market versus a slower market is a totally different experience. And your strategy changes depending on that. And this is where having a realtor who actually knows the market and is active in it makes a difference. Because what you see online is one thing, but what's actually happening in real time, how deals are getting done, what works, what doesn't work, that's what really matters. And if you're not sure what the market here in Phoenix Metro looks like right now, just comment market down below and I'll be more than happy to point you in the right direction. Step 4. The home search is not what people expect. This is where people start to realize things. You might think you're going to find the perfect house right away. Sometimes that happens, but more often you're going out, seeing a few homes and adjusting your expectations. And this is where people usually realize what they thought they wanted and what their budget actually gets them are two different things. That is completely normal. This step is where you start refining what actually matters to you. Step 5. Make an offer. Once you find a house alike, now you're competing or negotiating. And this depends entirely on the market. Sometimes you can come in under asking price and negotiate. Other times you need to come in strong just to have a chance. This is where strategy matters. Price is one part, but terms matter too. Things like inspection period, concessions, and how clean your offer looks. Step 6. Under contract is where things get real. A lot of people think once their offer gets accepted, they're basically done. You're not. Now, everything starts happening at once. First, you have to submit your earnest money or a good faith deposit, which shows that you're serious about buying this house and you're going to follow through on all the terms on the contract. This is typically 1 to 3% of the purchase price. You've also got a 10-day window for inspections. You've got your lender working on the loan if you're financing. You've got timelines you need to hit and a lot of moving pieces behind the scenes. And honestly, from contract to closing is where you see the value of working with a good realtor. Because in the contract period, there's a lot that can go wrong if it's not handled properly. Deadlines matter, negotiations come up, issues with the house can pop up, the appraisal can come in low. There's a lot going on. And this is the part of the process where having someone guiding everything, staying on top of it, and making sure nothing falls through the cracks actually makes a difference. This is where deals can fall apart if things are not handled properly. Step 7. The inspection period. This is one of the most important parts of the entire process. You're learning as much as possible about the house. You're hiring a licensed home inspector to see what's what's in good shape, what needs work, and what can become a problem later. And then you have decisions to make. Do you ask for repairs? Do you negotiate money back? Or do you walk away entirely? This is one of 3 windows in the purchase contract to protect you and your earnest money. Step 8, appraisal and loan process. If you're financing, your lender is now ordering an appraisal. This is to make sure the home is worth what you actually agreed to pay. If it comes in low, now you've got another conversation. You can negotiate, bring extra cash, or in many cases, walk away. This is because the appraisal contingency in the residential purchase contract protects your earnest money if you want to walk away from a low appraisal. At the same time, your loan is going through final approval. They're verifying everything again before they clear you to close. And this is important. If for some reason you're not able to finalize or qualify for the loan, your financing contingency is what protects your earnest money as well. And just to name again, the 3 contingencies in the purchase contract that protect you and your earnest money are inspection, appraisal, and financing. Step 9. Closing. Once everything is approved and cleared, you and your realtor will perform a final walkthrough to make sure the house is in the same condition as when you went under contract. And then you'll move on to closing. This is where you sign your documents, the funds get transferred, and then you get your keys. It sounds simple, but getting to this point is where everything has to go right. Here's the part nobody really tells you. Buying a house isn't just about finding the right home. It's about knowing the process well enough that you don't make a bad decision when things get stressful. Because there are moments in this process where things move fast. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's easy to make the wrong call. If you understand how this process actually works before you start, you're going to make better decisions, avoid unnecessary stress, and have a much smoother experience overall. If you're thinking about buying in the Phoenix metro area, feel free to reach out to me directly. I can walk you through what this would look like for your situation, your budget, and what you're trying to accomplish. And for more videos like this, please like and subscribe to my channel.